us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the move from inside his 5. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Clemson Tigers offense will come out first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box.
There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll try the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Northwestern, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
It's complete on the right side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Northwestern right back to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's
makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. cashing it in for this offense.
Northwestern.
DB's right up on the receivers. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Loss of 7 yards.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, at this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today...
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. The 20. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's got to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Finds a tight end. Gets away from one, finds room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Northwestern wants to go quickly. He'll keep it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And 1st down for the offense.
They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands. Just saw it.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Using the quick game. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Gets it out fast. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now on the option. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second quarter. They'll go with a direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Northwestern right back to the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Still running at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill and
turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's begin on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The give to Davis. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And the draw play, you know, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finds a crease at the 20. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Northwestern, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. Gets away. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. There he goes. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Northwestern.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback. quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Goes to the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Got room to work. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first.
There he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson set up with another first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. They're working that left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Northwestern, 10.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got him. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Northwestern wants to go quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Northwestern will send out the punt team. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Hard running there. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 40. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
2nd down coming up.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets it out quickly. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the big fella. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Clemson.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Northwestern, 10.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Under a minute to play here in the 1st half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. Ready to start the 2nd half, and Clemson will kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Northwestern offense returns to... Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Looking to throw on third. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Charcoal.
Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On his way back to the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The option look. Now the toss.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Quick step and go. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Here's a heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Right on the money. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Looking to throw again. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. Runs through a tackle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He'll try to pop the draw. Fights off the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Harvey. Here comes the heat. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and getting the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down here for the offense.
That's a first down for the offense.
Now they'll run the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. At the 35, he's got room. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Grab near the marker. It's Irvin. Continues to fight for yards. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party gift. A late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit them up top. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a